Hello everybody, nice to meet you. Our leader of the Colombs chapter 3, let's read it together. Moses said to the heads of the tribe of Israel, this is what the Lord commands. When a man makes a vow to the Lord, or take an oath to obligate himself by a pledge, he must not break his word, but must do everything he said. When a young woman still living in her father's house makes a vow to the Lord, or obligates herself by a pledge, and her father hears about her vow or pledge, but says nothing to her, then all her vows and every pledge by which she obligates herself will stand. For if her father forbids her when he hears about it, none of her vows or the pledge by which she obligates herself will stand. The Lord will release her because her father has forbidden her. If she marries after she makes a vow, or after her lips utter a rash promise by which she obligates herself, and her husband hears about it but says nothing to her, then her vows or the pledge by which she obligates herself will stand. For if her husband forbids her when he hears about it, he nullifies the vow that obligates her or the rash promise by which she obligates herself, and the Lord will release her. Any vow or obligation taken by a widow and divorced woman will be binding on her. If a woman living with her husband makes a vow or obligates herself by a pledge under oath, and her husband hears about it, but she says nothing to her and does not forbid her, then all her vows or the pledge by which she obligates herself will stand. For if her husband nullifies them when he hears about them, then none of the vows or the pledge that came from her lips will stand. Her husband has nullified them, and the Lord will release her. Her husband may confirm or nullify any vow she makes or any sworn pledge to deny herself. For if her husband says nothing to her about it from day to day, then he confirms all her vows or the pledge binding on her. He confirms them by saying nothing to her when he hears about them. If, however, he nullifies them sometimes after he hears about them, then he is responsible for her guilt. These are the regulations the Lord gave Moses concerning relationships between a man and his wife, and between a father or his young daughter still living in his house. Romans chapter 3, verses 1 through 16. Thank you.